Welcome back. We're 2 weeks into our 6-week trip and we've come up through England. And in this episode, we're going to drive up through Scotland, across Skye, ready to catch the ferry over to the Outer Hebrides.
So we've just arrived at Caerlaverock Corner campsite, which is £10 a night. It's not really a campsite, it's run by the community and you pay £10 a night. There's 3 other vans and unfortunately there's someone on a pogo stick, which is going to be a bit annoying if they carry on with that. But hey ho, we can put our music on. There is water facilities and a chem waste disposal point, which someone's just looking into now. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. So the camping corner is just through here. There's a little walkway and a little walk this way. So we'll see where it takes us. The footpath took us through a section of Caerlaverock Nature Reserve, home to natterjack toads.
We didn't see any though.
Or hear any. We stumbled across a hide. I've never been in a hide, I don't think.
Binoculars.
Somebody decided we didn't need the binoculars on this trip. Definitely can't see any birds. What do you think of Scotland so far?
Windy.
Bit windy.
So far it's a lot like England.
It's quite flat here, but over to the right there's massive hills which we will be approaching in a day or two.
Far away, they're just over there.
Yeah, not far at all. Be lovely.
See a mountain.
I see a mountain. Welcome to Scotland. We're back! We haven't done this for ages.
We haven't.
We haven't at all. We've been on the road for 11 days.
11 days now.
We haven't fallen out much.
No, not much at all.
Not really yet.
I've been doing what I've been told.
He has. He has. He's been saying, where are we going today? and we finally made it to Scotland.
Yeah.
And now we're doing a mad dash up through Scotland.
To
Uig.
That's it. You got it. Uig.
I'm not very good with pronunciation of things.
What's the island we're going over to first?
Uist. Uist the worst. That's how I'm remembering it. You told me earlier to remember about something. The plague.
Oh.
1300s.
See,
Because
that works.
13 is unlucky, and that was how you remembered what century the plague was in. And so when I couldn't pronounce Uist properly, you said it Uist, and so I thought Uist the best.
Yeah, there you
So
go.
I just
Little
remember
tricks
that.
to remember
Uist
things.
the best.
So as dementia progresses, you can slow it down with your little tricks.
It's not. Because I've been so tired today, my coordination has been out of sync, and my words, I don't know what I'm saying half the time. It just doesn't come out in the right way. But it's fine because you're quite a tolerant person and you understand. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
You just switch that filter off and nod. No, on. Not every night in the van is a boozy night, and
No, not tonight either. Definitely not.
we're on a campsite. Not every night is boozy night, and tonight you spent a while tip-tap typing to get the ferries booked.
I was tip-tap typing.
And then I was tippy typing, trying to find where we're going to stay en route and how long the distances were, so we can travel about 100 to 70 to 100 miles each day to get up to the ferry in time. I didn't realise Scotland was so big. We're missing out on so much stuff.
It goes all
we're
the way
going
up
to
to
have
the
to
top.
Yeah, we're missing out on so much stuff. We're going to have to come back another time. There's all these castles to visit and loads of stuff. So Ben Nevis, we're going to park near there one night.
Are we?
Yeah.
We can take a little walk up there.
That won't be a little walk, will it?
Takes several hours to get up there.
I'd never make it. I'll sit at the bottom in the pub.
Yeah.
You can go and walk it.
Yeah. Well, if the weather's good that day, maybe I will.
Yeah. If we've got time on our busy schedule, that is.
Yeah.
We can do it on the way back.
I remember the worst bit is coming down. It's really hard on the front of your legs because you're constantly slowing yourself down.
You can take my sticks.
And that's when my knees went on our walk between Glastonbury and Wells, going down a slope with loose soil.
Yeah. Yeah. We haven't got a particularly wonderful view. There's a potholey, gravelly section out there. But we're set under trees and it's pleasant enough.
Yeah, it's fine.
And for £10 a night...
It's like a very small campsite.
Mm. And you're not paying 35 quid for it, even though you've got chemical waste and drinking water available. There's no bins here, so we'll have to take our rubbish with us. But that's fine.
No problem.
Yeah.
But anyway, the great thing about it for me, it's quite nice that they've laid it out with bays and there's picnic tables. But the best thing about this is because it's not just a lay-by or just a meadow, I'm actually allowed to put my washing line. Hooray!
I'm a bit pernickety about where he hangs his washing line. I don't think it's suitable in a car park.
In the car park, you mustn't get out your washing line or your chairs.
No.
No, it's not right.
It's not on. Please let me know in the comments below if you agree with me or if you agree with him, because I don't think that you should use a lay-by like a campsite.
You're probably right, dear. You're probably right. See, I wouldn't get the chairs out in a lay-by, but if we were parked near a tree and there wasn't a pavement running along in between us and the tree, then I would hang the washing line out and put some cloths out to dry. But, you know, I appreciate that. Maybe that's just me being sloppy and slovenly and chavvy.
In the morning, we walked back through the nature reserve to visit Caerlaverock Castle. Where that footpath goes. I don't know if we're supposed to take one of these footpaths. I would have thought so. But...
Construction of a castle at Caerlaverock started in the 13th century around 200 metres south of the present site, but the ground was too boggy and it started to sink. So they moved it to the present site and rebuilt it in a triangle shape that is almost unique in Europe. They used a triangle shape because the natural features in the area mean that it can only be attacked from one direction. So they put the strong pointy end of the triangle pointing in that direction. Caerlaverock was besieged and captured several times, but two sieges in particular are well known, those of 1300 and 1640. The most famous was in July 1300, when the castle was besieged by Edward I and the entire English army.
The camping corner is a great, inexpensive little stopover, especially to use as a service point.
It wasn't quite level.
Most of the vans had left by the time we returned to sort out our van so we could continue on our way through Scotland. So We have just stopped for lunch in this absolutely stunning place. It's on, I think it's the A76, but if I'm wrong then I will put a caption over. But look at this, absolutely stunning. There's hardly any traffic. And this place we've parked is on Park for Night as a place you can stay overnight, or could stay overnight. But we're not. We are going to head on after lunch. It turns out that that's an abandoned caravan in the distance, and there was quite a lot of rubbish in this lay-by as well. Such a shame. Oh wait.
"104 miles later, we arrived in Balloch and took a walk through Balloch Castle Country Park.
This is a bit of a special yew tree. Sprinklings of salt, flowers. That's a very special yew tree. Yew trees are thought to be a symbol of immortality, and I think that the salt offering is something to do with Jesus saying salt of the earth. I don't really know. If you know, let me know in the comments below. Can you see the face in the trunk? Well, this is just a lovely walk. It's about 6 o'clock in the evening. There's hardly anyone about. The weather is beautiful.
Balloch Castle sits on the eastern shore of the south end of Loch Lomond. It's an early 19th century country house in the Tudor Gothic style. It was acquired by the local authority in 1915 and has been used as a tourist attraction and as council offices, but its future is currently uncertain.
I guess one day they'll do it up and open it up to visitors. They've had a long time to do it and haven't yet, so who knows. Please don't get your shoes wet again.
Kept them dry.
Our park up for the night was a free car park with no overnight restrictions. There were 2 to 3 other vans that stayed overnight with us. It wasn't particularly pretty. So, hired motorhome camper van thing, dropped all the waste water on the car park. Very disapproving looks from both of us. But we didn't see them do it, so we didn't give them disapproving looks.
No, but we did get a disapproving look from a local lady who said this is a car park for cars.
Yeah. So, anyway, we are now going to leave Loch Lomond after our brief pit stop. And we come out the car park and turn left. Yes, after a brief pit stop at Loch Lomond, we are now attempting to find a car park or a parking spot near Ben Nevis, which is 86 miles away. And we should get there about lunchtime. But we won't need lunch because we've just had a massive Scottish breakfast.
With pork links.
And lawn sausage.
Lawn sausage, that's the one.
Continue for half a mile.
Potato scones, egg, bacon,
Black pudding.
baked beans,
Egg.
and a big bread bun. And we got all that in the little cafe down here on the left, not Mavi, it was the next one down, wasn't it? It was the ice cream parlour.
The 86-mile trip to Fort William was very scenic. We had a brief pit stop at the Glen Cove Visitor Centre.
Not great coffee.
The car park in Fort William had several large bays for parking motorhomes and caravans, but it's daytime parking only.
The town that is now Fort William was originally a wooden fort set up by Cromwell and his New Model Army in 1654 to pacify Clan Cameron. Around 1688 it was named Fort William after William of Orange, who also used it to control the clans.
It's not very attractive, is it? It's all that's left of Fort William.
Today it has a population of over 15,000 and is known as the UK's outdoor capital, as there are so many outdoorsy things to be done in the area.
Like this.
There's a gentleman that wants to climb higher here, but I can't do it, so we're not going to do
I just
it.
want to see around the corner, really.
You go round the corner, I'll wait here.
Our park up for the night was at the foot of Ben Nevis. There were some lovely views, but there wasn't much room.
We were all packed in tight there, weren't we?
Yeah, really tight. It was really hard to get in and out of the vehicles.
Perfect for climbing Ben Nevis though. And it was right next door to the Ben Nevis Inn.
Which we had to try out.
Of course.
Continuing our sprint through Scotland, we were heading towards the Isle of Skye.
With a few pit stops on the way to take in the scenery.
Eileen Donan Castle was en route and we had time to walk around the outside. You do have to pay to walk around the outside of the castle. You can also pay to go inside as well if you choose. We didn't.
Eileen Donan, or Island of Donan, is most probably named after the 6th century Irish saint, Bishop Donan, who came to Scotland around 580 AD. There are several churches dedicated to Donan in the area, and it is likely that he formed a small cell or community on the island during the late 7th century.
It's a bit boggy there. I'm only filming in case you fall in.
Didn't fall in today.
Beautiful. Very peaceful. Weather's perfect. Lovely bit of overcast cloud there, just to stop the sun being too hot.
Yeah. Stunning.
Yeah, gorgeous. Very still water.
Yeah. Perfect day. Absolutely perfect day.
Yeah, that's Loch.
Loch. Wow, van's being noisy. Anyway, we're almost at our campsite in Skye, and absolutely beautiful. Dave's going to have a nap, and I'm going to walk over and check out this waterfall, which is just over here on my right. Oh, the van's just stopped making a noise. Anyway, I don't think you can see the waterfall on screen yet, but yeah, it's pretty stunning. There's quite a busy road to cross. There's the waterfall.
This was where I had my first encounter with Scottish midges. It was so bad I had to abandon sitting by the waterfall.
So we're at Sligachan, I think that's how you pronounce it, campsite in Sligachan, Isle of Skye, and this is the view from our Harbour. Hello.
Hello. I'm just instating.
We arrived at the campsite and we were greeted to 2 bags of dog poop on the pitch, which is great, and also down on the pitch down here somebody has left a sock and there's some rubbish, which is a shame because, you know, I mean, I'm guessing the pitches aren't checked after people have left them. Well, it's only £25 a night, so it's not terribly expensive. The toilets are pretty good. There's 4 showers in the ladies, about 4 or 5 toilet cubicles, and several sinks and hairdryers. So I'm not going to complain about that at all. But the view, so long as nobody else comes and parks in it, it's pretty stunning, actually. It's rather lovely.
I think we ought to have haggis for breakfast.
But
What do you mean?
you've got muesli.
Granola, actually.
Same difference, it's all rabbit food. So we're hanging around moseying because we need to put the laundry on.
The realities of living on the road in your van.
Yeah. So yeah,
Do some laundry.
we deliberately chose a campsite that had laundry facilities because we need to do the laundry every
We've
week.
got quite a lot of laundry to do.
A little bit more than last time, not much
There's a
more.
little birdie over there.
It's camouflaged, I won't be able to get it on the screen. I suppose. Have we got time to make a cup of tea before we've got to trundle back over there with the
We
laundry?
haven't mentioned that we've in our travels, well, just here on this site, we've seen a lot of tigers.
We have seen a lot of tigers.
Triumph tigers.
Triumph tigers, indeed. And also on the way here, after we left Fort William, somewhere along route, there was a motorhome coming the other way.
There was a bridge and there were narrow warnings, but it wasn't even narrow, and he overreacted and was on our side of the road. So we had a little coming together of mirrors.
Yeah, made me jump.
I was wondering when it was going to happen.
Really?
Well, it's bound to happen sooner or later, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah. Well,
But the mirror didn't smash, that's the main thing.
yep.
I can still see what I'm doing.
Yeah, that is true.
And I'll fix the mirror protector. I'm glad it's got mirror protectors on there.
Yeah.
I'll fix it up. It'll have a battle scar.
Oh,
If there's anywhere you want a crack, it's on your mirror protector.
yeah. That's true. Right then, I suppose, I think what I'll do is I'll walk down there with the laundry and I'm going to start a queue.
Yeah.
And that's probably the best thing to do, isn't it? Yeah.
Laundry with a view.
The washing machine takes 35 minutes. The dryer takes 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And there's a queue for the dryer because obviously the washing machine takes less time.
Yeah.
So we're stringing them out in true gypsy style. You've done a good job. We're hoping to get everything in the tumble dryer later. But it's £4 for 45 minutes. And they're not all going to dry in 45 minutes.
They're getting a nice waft of air.
Yeah, hopefully that will help.
Your sleeve is almost still dragging on the ground. But not when the wind blows, so that's okay.
Fine. It's fine. It's cleaner than it was, right?
Cleaner than it was.
You are a domestic goddess, really, aren't you? You love your camping washing line. And this is the first time I'm really happy that we've got it. We've still got lovely views. Right, let's sit down and have our drink.
The morning was overcast and drizzly, and a few additional vans had joined us overnight. We had a full day to explore Skye, as our ferry wasn't until 6:30 p.m.
What we doing?
We're walking in the steps of Dinosaurs, and I'm putting on long trousers for the first time on this trip. Because it's a little bit chilly out there, I think. The thermometer says 18 degrees.
It's windy and it's very misty and
Bit spray.
bit of, yeah, but it's, yeah, let's go and see what we can find. We might find nothing, but we're going to have a look. We
We weren't the only ones looking for dinosaur footprints, and none of us really knew what we were looking for. But thanks to a little help from Google, we figured out what we were looking for. It appeared that someone had marked all of the footprints with large circular stones, which was really helpful once we'd figured that out.
Apparently 15% of the world's mid-Jurassic discoveries have been made at Staffin Beach, the first being found by a local dog walker in 2002. There are several three-toed hadrosaur footprints which can clearly be made out on the flat rocks on the beach.
I found one all by my lonesome. I'm going to get soaky wet, but there's some pointy clawy bits there and they go quite deep. And there's also some kind of circular paddy bits in there which I don't think you can see on camera. But I think my theory of these boulders marking them is correct, so there might be another one.
Having found the dinosaur footprints, it was time to go hunting for fairies!
Woo! If you're a Tolkien fan, you have to visit the Fairy Glen. It's as close to a real-life Hobbiton as you're ever likely to find. This unique landscape was formed 100,000 years ago by glacial erosion, but it's so unspoiled that it looks like a film set that was set up yesterday.
The outcrop here is known as Castle Ewan. It looks a bit like a crumbling fortress, but it is entirely natural. I wasn't brave enough to climb to the top, but Dave was.
It would have been nice to have stayed for longer, but we had a ferry to catch.
Queuing for the ferry, Dave caught up with some reading and I caught up sorting out all this footage.
The loading onto the ferry is a bit chaotic. We've got people being told to switch lanes, people being told to drive round other people, and then no movement at all. We shall see. Sailing time is in how long?
13 minutes.
We might be late away then. Yeah. We shall see.
Well, that was a quick whistle-stop tour of Scotland and Skye. And in the next episode, we reach the Outer Hebrides and Uist.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young, it has just begun, as she puts her hand in